Hey everybody, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. Hey, I'm the Shadow Cat. Obviously, you can't see me because I'm not there. Really, I'm really here, honest. Anyway, so as it says today, we are looking at the ever effects, okay, of cinematic combat. Now, Force and Destiny strives to capture the pure cinematic thrill found out in the Star Wars universe. Combat is frequent, fast-moving, and meant to show the talents and abilities of the PCs. Now, the unique dice system of Force and Destiny helps push the story-driven nature of the game forward. Even a single attack roll generates enough options, some good, some bad, hey, some even worse, to give the Game Master sufficient information to make combat far more than just a matter of rolling to hit, rolling to win. In turn, the players are strongly encouraged to provide interesting detail before rolling on an attack. In order to give the GM ideas for describing the results. Combat is streamlined, so the players do not bog down gameplay with too many tactical decisions, descriptions of their actions, and the roll of the dice is sufficient to help visualize the violence. Sorry. A structured gameplay overview. Now, when using structured gameplay to describe the sequence of events during a firefight, lightsaber duel, or a hectic chase through the crowded streets of Corfi, or the swamps of Dagobah. Yes, I know. The game is broken down into a series of rounds, each of which are further broken down into a series of turns. During a single round, each player character and NPC gets one turn during which they have the opportunity to accomplish tasks and perform various actions. Okay, so rounds can last for about a minute or so in time, although the elapsed time is deliberately not specified. So keep in mind that the round lasts long enough for your characters to move to a new location and perform important actions. They should also remember that although each round is broken up into turns, that happens sequentially in gameplay. Narratively, the turn is going roughly at the same time. Structured gameplay events also called encounters. As the combat follows these steps, step 1, determine initiative. At the beginning of the first round of combat, all players and the GM need to determine in what order the characters will take their turns. Now, do the Stormbloopers ambush the convoy, or does the Rebel Scout get the shot in first? Okay, this is known as initiative. Now, initiative is there to determine the order of which play PC NPC has, or the slots. Now, you make a simple, which is no difficulty, cool or vigilance check. Now, for more information on how to use the cool and vigilance sidebar, see the sidebar. Yeah. Let me finish this first. Once the initiative checks have been made, the GM notes the results of the check and ranks them in order from highest number of successes to the lowest. If 2 checks are tied, well, the check with more advantages is ranked higher if a player or an NPC is still tied. The PC is always ranked higher than this is your initiative order. Okay, so here we go. So you got 2 different skills. Okay, you have vigilance and you got cool. Which skills should be used in which circumstances? Well, different ones are used in different areas. So here comes my Mando. She's awesome. Okay, so here we go. So we got cool. Cool is when you are setting up an ambush. Yeah? Okay, so you get your guys lined up on a ridge, couple on one side, couple on the other side, flanking maneuver. In comes the stormtroopers, hit them from both sides. Vigilance is when, let's just say that the tables are turned on you, when you have no idea that they're coming for you. Simple as that. Okay, simple as that, really, to be honest with you. So, oh dear, someone's scouting my base. Well, they can bugger off. So, back to here. So, characters should determine their initiative using the cool skill when they are aware and ready for combat, or whatever situation has resulted in the use of structured gameplay. For example, rolling to see who goes first in a quick draw gunfight, or springing an ambush on an unsuspecting enemy would require cool. Now, as cool is a skill and representing a character's ability to remain calm, collected, and focused on the task ahead, characters should determine their initiative using a vigilance skill when combat or another situation resulting in structured gameplay begins unexpectedly. Two enemies walking around a corner and running into each other would each use vigilance to determine initiative. For example, likewise, someone beginning ambush would also use vigilance to determine initiative. And if they ended up going earlier in the initiative order than their ambusher, clearly they were vigilant enough to spot the ambush at the last second. It's important to note that different characters may use different skills to determine initiative during the same combat, depending on their differing circumstances. Also, if a GM and players are unsure as to which of the two skills best apply to a given situation, they should default using vigilance. Okay, so you've rolled your initiative. The GM has generated the list of the slots. Okay, so participants taking turn. Easy as that. Okay, beginning at the top, order of the players and the GM fill each initiative slot, one at a time with a character turn. If the initiative slot is a PC, then the players agree on one player character to fill that slot among the PCs who have not acted yet that round. Now, that player character that takes this turn. Now, if the initiative slot is an NPC, then the GM chooses one of his NPCs or her NPCs to fill the slot among them. Obviously, those who haven't acted that turn or that round, when the NPC takes that turn. It goes down the ladder, so on and so forth. Now, when the round ends, once all the PCs and NPCs have taken a turn, the round ends. At this point, certain effects that last until end of round may end. The GM also determines if the ongoing action warrants additional rounds, or if it has been resolved. If the ongoing action continues, repeat step 3 using the same initiative order generated in step 1. If the action has been resolved, when the encounter is over, proceed to step 5. Now, once the action has been resolved, the GM ends the encounter at that point. Any character abilities that may only be used once per encounter reset, and any abilities that last until the end of the encounter expire. PCs also have a chance to catch their breath and recover strain, and this and may take steps to help heal any incapacitated characters. So here we go, the turn. Each character, whether a PC or a NPC, gets one turn to act during each round. During this turn, the character can do any of a number of things, such as dash for cover, attempt to unlock a sealed blast door, or shoot a heavy blaster pistol at an opponent. The activities the character can perform during this turn are split into 3 categories: incidentals, maneuvers, and actions. I want action tonight, satisfaction all night. Yep, sorry. Incidentals are minor activities that characters can undertake that require extremely little time or effort. Dropping a broken comlink, speaking to a friend, or switching a blaster pistol to stun mode are all incidentals. There is no limit on the number of incidentals a character may perform during this turn, although the GM may veto excessive numbers of them or decide they are complex enough to warrant counting as a maneuver. The following examples are incidentals. So, speaking to another PC, dropping an item held in one's hand, realizing the character the character is holding. Oh boy, it was going great then. Minor movements such as shifting positions, peeking around a corner, or looking behind a person. Maneuvers. Maneuvers are activities that aren't complex enough to warrant a skill check, but which still involve time and effort on the part of a character. Characters are allowed one maneuver during their turn, and certain circumstances may allow them a second maneuver as well, see below. The following are some examples of maneuvers. Aiming a weapon, and moving one range band closer or farther away from an enemy. For more on range bands, see page 151 of the core rulebooks. Opening a door, diving behind cover, standing up, unless you've got jump up, which is a specialization thing. Okay, actions. Actions are important activities that are vital to characters' accomplishment of goals. Each character may normally perform one action during his turn, and it will likely be the most important activity they will undertake during this turn. Actions almost always involve performing a skill check. Although certain character abilities may require using an action to activate them. The following are some examples of actions: slicing a computer, opening a locked door, firing a weapon, punching or grappling an opponent, instructing allies with a series of orders, performing first aid on an ally, sneaking up on a vigilant foe, climbing a cliff. Out of all of these options, the most common during combat are likely those that involve attacking an opponent. Attacking an opponent requires a combat skill check, sometimes referred to as shorthand as a combat check or simply an attack. Okay, maneuvers. Do we need to read maneuvers? Ooh, here we go. This is good. Okay, so maneuvers